fellowship did not disperse after the oracle's reading. The scroll, still warm from the press of unseen force, lay across the altar of limestone, phosphorescent in the last breath of lantern glow. A hush, lingered incense smoke spiraled upward in slow, deliberate coils, and the raven's murmurations softened into a low, uneasy hum.
It was then that the translator stepped forward. He had always stood slightly apart, neither mystic nor craftsperson, neither watchman nor seafarer. Yet somehow central his authority did not come from vision, but from decision.
Where the oracle unveiled, he determined. Where the scroll shimmered with augury, he selected its trajectory. He took the parchment from the oracle's quavering hands, his eyes moved with incisiveness, not awe. He read not for marvel, but for mandate. The fellowship felt the shift immediately. That subtle movement from mystery into structure, from apparition into action.
The spirits are restless, he said, voice steady as steelwork beneath velour drapery. The lineage stirs in the sacred soil. They seek embodiment.
A tremor moved through the roamer. The watchman's jaw tightened, the sculptor's heartbeat surged.
They cannot inhabit our mortal frames. The translator continued, nor would it be fitting. The ascended require vessels of earth, shaped by devotion, strengthened by essence.
A pause.
We will construct forms from the garden.
A murmur rippled outward, trepidation braided with magnetism.
The garden, a mazework beyond the city's outer timberland. A vast spiral of limestone paths and velour soft moss, enclosed by cypress and teak by day. Dragonflies skimmed its flecked ponds. By night, fireflies pulsed like scattered embers beneath a celestial canopy. White and blue blossoms bloomed only in darkness, releasing a fragrance so intoxicating it bordered on bewitchment.
Beneath that fragrant soil lay the ancient ones.
We do not disturb the graves, the translator clarified. We take only the fresh topsoil, fertile from generations of return, fed by the bodies of those who came before.
His words carried neither cruelty nor tenderness, only inevitability. The custodian bowed first, the rest followed.
They walked at midnight, a long procession through twilight and mist, torches held high, ember light scattered platinum sparks across frayed drapery and worn cloaks. The roamer felt a spiral of yearning tighten in their chest.
The watchman prowled the edges of the column, alert to every shadowed movement. The chronicler memorized each heartbeat surge, each oscillation of flame.
When they reached the garden, the air-shifted incense mingled with blossom scent. Fireflies floated between spines of pale flowers, their phosphorescence flickering like muted exultation.
The mazework paths curved in deliberate geometry, a living sigil etched into earth.
They gathered at the center there. The soil was dark and dense, rich with centuries of decomposition, not disturbed, not desecrated, merely alive with the quiet labor of transformation.
The translator knelt first, pressing hands into the uppermost layer. It was cool, supple, almost breathing. Others followed, gathering fertile earth carefully. No gouging, no laceration of sacred ground, only what could be lifted without splintering the resting places beneath.
The sculptor's hands moved differently, where others molded crude forms. The sculptor shaped with astonishing precision, limbs curved with aesthetic intention, faces bore loveliness edged in severity. Eyes hollow yet expectant, these were radiant and cryptic, lovely and perilous.
The craftsperson refined joints, the custodian reinforced spines with subtle structural strength. The watchman ensured each body could stand resilient against wind and time. The seafarer smoothed surfaces with dampened palms, giving them pliancy and cohesion.
All the while, the translator moved among them, offering correction, alignment, decree.
Hours passed in absorbed devotion. By the time the last body stood completed, dozens of them arranged in solemn rows among petals and phosphorescent insects. The sky had begun to pale toward pre-dawn.
They did not animate them there instead. In a second procession, slower, heavy with anticipation, they carried the earthen figures back through timberland and into the city, placing them in random locations at the edge of alabaster halls, beside heirloom furnishings in abandoned courtyards, near abbey entrances, along shaded alleys, beneath carved balconies.
When the ancestors woke, they would not find themselves alone. They would rise amid populace, among movement within civilization.
The fellowship withdrew to cathedral steps. They did not speak hands dusted with sacred earth. They sensing truth that paid its stillness. The translator stood apart, gaze lifted toward the paling sky. Fireflies, dim dragonflies stirred in the distant garden.
The city waited.